Hello, Olivier de Rivière, composer and music designer for South of Midnight. And this is chapter 3. And without further ado, let's dive in. So, once again, if I had to be in the menu, the music would be specific to this chapter, which is focused on one creature who's called Benji. But the beginning of the level is much more about Hazel getting more and more abilities, actually her last. We've seen on the previous videos that if you get inside arena like this, the music stops being swallowed, and then you have this big orchestra. So I'm gonna pass the fight. Oops, sorry about that.
Maybe I can chuck those back at.
Okay. So we're still focusing right now on Hazel and her abilities as a weaver. She's getting more and more of them. And this is the final steps before switching, the adventure to a different perspective. Once again, you can hear that something will happen because one kid is singing, so there is something.
Wait for me here. I'll find something to get y'all.
Now 3 kids. Previously it was 2, now it's 3.
I can make it too.
You see, so although people don't notice these things, it's very important for me, and it was very important for the team to make sense of everything. Another singing, meaning that something will happen. So let's go. Yeah, we need to follow the steps of Mahalia.
Looks like they made it over the gap.
I'm going. And see, they're singing with my powers. Every time I use power, the weaving, the strands that appears, like when I jump.
Get in the second way.
You see? They sing. And if they stop changing the note... Oh, by the way, if they're singing, you don't hear them sing with the powers because, of course, they're busy singing.
Rest.
Oh, more voices?
Stay safe. There's a long journey ahead.
So that's the one before last ability, I believe.
Gotta be brave.
So let's go. Oh!
What the heck?
So now it's getting a little bit darker, more mystical. Back to, this sort of like, I don't know where I am, which is very important.
Hey, that's from our house.
And so those little interactions are about Lacey. So Lacey is Hazel's mom.
What?
And so what
Here again?
better than using the main theme?
I hate this thing. It's like cracking open Pandora's box.
Tee,
So hard for me to not take my feelings home to Hazel.
Papa ti ti ta.
I want to shield her.
So that's Hazel's theme,
Pushing her away.
and
I didn't know
it's
her work
a very
affected her so
subtle, intimate, and only right there, the
What
woodwinds
was all that anyway?
with the saxophones. What's good as well is like we don't stop the music when you're done with
No
the
way she...
memory,
No.
because Hazel is carrying the feeling, and we didn't want the game to feel like it's a patchwork. So it's still going on.
Is someone there?
It's a strain of memory, of feeling. When you feel something, it doesn't pop in and pop out this easy. And once the music is done, as if she's okay, we're getting back the dark and mysterious ambience.
Hello? Anyone?
So the kids never leave you. And now you're gonna meet with Catfish. I'm gonna skip this.
But hurry.
And he's asking you to go
Those things I'm delicious
and pick up some bottle from a bottle tree to capture, and free the creatures. So the
Weaver?
visuals are amazing.
Me? Yesterday I was struggling to finish my shifts, and now I'm fighting the hate.
Yeah, she's still like, can't believe what's happening. You can hear some fiddle over there. So
That's
this is
about true.
in-source sort of like music.
All right.
But what's interesting is now you have the bed. Remember when you have an object of station, you have the bed of kids. And it means that something is close for the entities, the kids. So listen, and the closer I get to the tree, and what's super funny here is like it's because of the shots that the chords is changing. Like the last one with the high note, like this one, listen.
Hey, get out of here!
So it's super funny because it's the chord that is changing because this instrument is real time in the game. So now we're meeting with Rhubarb,
Steal my soul while I sleep.
who knows about, this folklore, of course,
I need a
with the
bottle.
Haines.
Yeah? Even you're not a boo.
And this is when we're going to start introducing a different story than Hazel's story. And this one is about Benji and Rhubarb, actually.
Ain't no.
And so we had to have something that was very characteristic for each of the creature.
Thing is, I need all my bottles.
And here it's going to be the guitar.
for hates.
Wait, you see him too?
Well, I ain't entirely seen one. But they bite, and they clump up around places of old pain. You know,
So that's the
some folks say,
beginning now of a new musical journey.
Put that bottle in a bottle tree.
Because you meet with Rhubarb that tells you about the bottle tree, and you understand that,
Not for me just yet, but
this is something you need.
I could help bottle up the pain.
that's why I'm the last person left here.
So he's asking you to do stuff.
Over there. Looks like some kind of vortex.
So you need to follow this vortex. And listen, you see, she says what she wants to say in order to tell the story and explain for players what to do. And then after she's done, then what happens is you're listening to a version of a song that will be completely unveiled at the end of the chapter with the creature. But now is the version that is just giving you hints of what's happening. So that's the kids singing now. So if I do the magic, they wouldn't do the note. But if I stop, when they stop, you see? And so, by the way, the cello player is the same cello player than for A Plague Tale. Eric Maria Couturier.
Now, I've got this bottle.
How do we do this?
I'll do something with it.
So now
Yeah.
the mood is very different from the beginning of the game because we have this sort of like, I don't know if I would be accurate, but bluegrass style country, if I may. I don't know exactly what it is. It's sort of like a corrupted version of the style. The fiddle is not like a little fiddle, it's a cello, and the way he plays is very contemporary. So we have this zone again, listen how it will absorb the music. See? I'm about to get swallowed. It's right there. And let's get in. So I'm gonna skip the fight, of course. And once you're done with the fight, now you have this little story that is part of the background of the
That knot looks worse than the others.
creature.
What's happening?
And once again, you're going to experience
Began when they were forced to move again.
the choir that is
Their
the
mom
instrument,
thought it
the
best for
synth.
Benji, who was bullied badly for being in his own world. But Rhubarb.
So you have the story with this music in the background. And I want to very much,
What was that?
insist into saying that this is real time. It means that, on the hard drive memory, it's not like tons of music. It's just a real-time instrument of the kids that we recorded, like each note, like oh da 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 da, and then we can play as if it was, a sampler,
Now, maybe
synthesizer,
if I fill this up, I can help catch.
and I'm loving it. And now that you have unveiled one part of the story, the song keeps moving on.
Stick. Huh. That's gotta be the Weaver name for old pain. The sorrow folks leave behind long after they're gone.
I say farewell, So this is part of the song. So I don't know if some of you noticed, but the nature, when I'm using the magic, is in rhythm. Do you hear it? Of course, they're not quantize, meaning that they're like a little bit loose. But if I don't do magic, they don't react with the music. See? But if I start doing the magic, it's there, There is one over there. And other ones, like spread around the nature. It's a little touch, but it's very, let's say, it gives a lot of substance again to the fact that the animals are helping Hazel to go through, the levels. Ooh, that was the big orchestra here. So skipping the fights, once again the instrument.
When the townsfolk caught wind of Benji's difference, they started throwing rocks at him and his brother. Rhubarb was
So
not
those stories were very heartbreaking, of course. To compose music for this was actually to start with the songs. And we spent a lot of time with David and Chris in gathering the lyrics, because Compulsion wrote the lyrics. And me, once I got the lyrics, I could write the song and make sure that it was fitting the atmosphere that David wanted to convey.
There's bound to be more on
It
the
was a very teamwork effort. Again, he was my brother, Benji's name. He was my shame, It's not the actual notes from the song, it's a little different version. Same for the harmony. It's meant to,
that bottle, half full or half empty. And here I believe you were brand new at this.
I barely know what filling this thing does.
it's just meant to introduce, the overall story. And a fight. No big orchestra here.
Are they drawn here because I'm a Weaver?
So, of course, I'm going super quick, so it feels like it's repetitive, but when you're playing, you can explore, you have to gather some fluffs, to improve your character. The game is much deeper than that, but, I'm going through the essential for the music.
Oh my God. What kind of person would do that to someone?
Yeah, this is a horrible story.
Bottle's almost full. Just one more to go.
This way. And as you can see, or rather hear, there's no music. And if you are familiar with my work, it means that something will happen. And basically what happens is like you're gonna get the final ability for Hazel. So I didn't want to sort of like dress the in-between.
A friend offered us safe passage. I won't be long.
They're so close. They must be exhausted.
And now you can jump and listen to the music.
Now that's cool.
So now you have drums, bass, of course the cello, but the fiddle as well. It's, part of the song once again in a twisted way, but you have this feeling of like, oh, it's growing, there is a progress here. And that's the whole point. Is like as you go through all the hints and everything that happens to Hazel, the songs, in a sense, from the level are getting bigger and bigger because of the progression. And I can like, they're singing along. So you can do some music on your own. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry. So I will now go and listen how we're going back to the dark side.
Be brave. Trust what folks do, not how they see it.
The ghost got away. Hope they ended up somewhere safe.
So we're back. Guitar making the... Oh, wow, wow, wow. Sorry about that. That's my issue, being impatient. See, singing along. So it was quite a momentum if you're a player and you do the wall run and you have the full choir with the drums and everything. This is a moment that feels very good. I mean, this is what I hope people did feel. Entering, swallowed. That's the big orchestra, it means it's a big fight. Okay, let's get rid of this. And so that's the final hint before the big reveal. So same system, real time.
As true as his heart. Rhubarb was tired of tending to his needs instead of showcasing what he could do. By this point, Rhubarb felt he had moved enough.
Oh, God. What did Rhubarb do?
Yeah. I don't want to say happy that the game had such a major take, but it was interesting.
Well, now, how curious.
So now we're in this world, the other world, inhabited by the bad guys.
Who's there?
And now you have the big orchestra taking the theme of the bad guys. And now it's like a very fun, if I may, music track because there's a track as Hazel is like athletic.
Shit, shit, shit!
And that's the theme of the bad guys now. Da 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 theme. Ba da da, it's too low. Da 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 da.
What is that? Is this a dream?
You need to listen to the strings. They're going crazy. It's amazing. So now, like, a little sort of like, I don't know if it's jazz scoring. It's like in between film score and jazz. At the bass, Christopher Thomas, amazing bass player.
Go, go!
Now she did Go Go Go, you know, and the music is reacting to this. There is a, and now, oh, yeah, that would be more like Blues Brothers. The bass,
Let me get out.
the theme, dun dun dun. You know, that's the theme of the Beat Guys. And so you're protected. So in the bubble, everything stops. The big orchestra that represents the evil. Just the kids. What a magnificent looking video game. I feel very grateful and lucky to be, you know, part of this game because it's rare to have such opportunity. So thank you, Compulsion Games, Chris and everybody. So,
Oh, thank God.
oh, no music. Interesting. Now you start knowing
Get back
what
to
will
the
happen.
fish. Yeah.
So you need to join Catfish. This is almost the end of the level. I'm going as fast as I can.
Hey, Zor. Got everything you need?
I think that's everything.
And then you have this last... can I pass this? Yeah. So you need to unravel the big nexus. And then you have the full story. So now it's not the voices of the choir, but rather
When Rhubarb said
a string
go inside
version,
the hollow tree for a game,
dark.
Benji did it. Even when he was nailing the holler shut, Benji trusted him. There must have been a moment when Rhubarb decided to leave him there. And a moment when Benji...
And this is a variation, dark variation of the Benji theme. So
must have
it's
cried
kind of
to
a
the
stretch for people, you know, but this is like a reworking of the harmony of Benji's song
tree.
on strings.
He'd never forget that the brother he'd loved had done this to him.
Wow. What kind of magic is that? And what kind of man would kill his own brother?
And now the big magic, the moment that people really loved.
Okay. What do I do now?
Now scuttle up on Benji like a squirrel now.
I remember my brother. His fate was so cruel. He saw things so different, branded a fool.
So the song starts, and most people, most players that don't know anything about the game are very surprised by this sort of like very front end and storytelling song that is somehow, you know, rephrasing what happened to Benji and Rhubarb. And the thing is, what's difficult when it comes to song is like, okay, how do we adapt this so it fits with the gameplay? Because it was no way for me that the song should do a sort of a loop and you hear the song, and if you're not, you know, getting to the goal, then the song will loop and it will end anywhere that you end the level. I don't think this is something that, you know, for me works as good as if the song follows you. And this is what we've made. So the funny part is like, if you go fast or slow, you will have more verse from the song if you're slower, or less if you're faster.
He found trouble often, each place we'd go.
So for instance, if you wait here,
He didn't know that this was the
someone
end.
came in the studio, sorry.
He was my brother.
You have the choir, the chorus,
He saw things different.
but if you don't, and this is a version of the chorus with just Michael,
I said goodbye.
Michael Lusk is the singer.
Farewell. I took my hammer, my ticket to hell.
You see, the game is waiting for you.
Excuse me. Benji?
The locals got angry.
And it feels very natural.
Out for
I was super slow, yet, musically speaking, the song is working.
his prospects.
You can take time.
Easy to blame Benji. My mother's
Now, if I go faster, the music will go,
for her and my family. My plan had begun. Let's play together.
So you'd think that the music is like, oh, this is the way it should be. But no, if I had waited, the music will have been different and would have been interesting still and would grow later on, waiting for me.
When I in a cypress tree hollow.
That's
it
weird.
was safe.
It almost looked like it got dug out of him.
He trusted me fully. I nailed him inside.
Sorry to be moving you around like
We
this.
were playing. That was a lie.
And now at its full force, the chorus.
He was my brother, Benji his name. He saw things different. He was my shame. And I said goodbye.
So you see I'm going super fast. And maybe if I stay, I will have another version of the chorus and then another version of the chorus with only the kids, if I remember well. But now I should get the fiddle already.
My ticket to hell.
There you go. So depending on how you play the game, you're going to have a different version of the song, if I may.
That looked like it hurts. I bet that's where I used the pattern.
So the musicians here involved are based in Nashville for the most part.
Mind moving your arm a little bit so I can get up? Is that okay?
And look how the song will naturally end when I'll be closer and finally done with Benji.
Taking a shot in the dark here.
Only natural.
You let him go now, won't you?
And the music will nicely end accordingly.
This ain't more than a mud puddle. Meet me at Rhubarb's dock.
Wow, the look. And this is the end of chapter 3, Benji. This is quite, an achievement, I believe, to have had, multiple stories within one level, like one chapter, but overall, and this is only the beginning because you meet with many different creatures as you go through the game, with each its own song. And I believe this is what makes the game very, beyond the folklore, beyond the visuals, thanks to the music and the attention that we put in, that makes the experience very different from any other games that you've played, hopefully. Thank you for watching, and maybe see you in chapter 4.
She never really felt like she helped enough.
I need to press the button.
Do you think I did enough for Benji?
Oh,
It's here. Merci.